Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches here. Excuse me, I'm trying to adjust this camera a little bit. With my Flosstube, there's my cat snug. My Flosstube update number, excuse me, snuggle, 369. Today is Saturday, January 18th, 2025. Keep moving stuff out of the reach of my cat so it doesn't mess with stuff. So, this is my update. Today, like I said, today is Saturday, January 18th. Again, I'm in my bedroom because the house is basically a construction zone. So I'm here. Anyway, I do have another finish, and I haven't quite started on my second new start for the month, although I am planning to hopefully dye fabric today at my sister's house. We're going to do our sticks and strings update in a while, and then I'm staying after that to dye fabric. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'll be able to go ahead and get that other new start started. And I have basically to the end of the month to work on. Excuse me, the cat's about to do something naughty. Stop, please. Go over there. So I'll have to the end of the month to work on other stuff, continuing the new starts or whatever. I did. I talked about last week. I had the finish that was one of my WIPGO numbers, the number 11. The goal was to finish it, and I did. And the new start on that number 11 was the Teresa Kogut, Our Favorite Elf, and I had started it already. I had done just the hat up here, the one color of the hat. And so since I haven't dyed fabric yet for the other new start, and my other whip is my finish, which I'm going to talk about later. But I had some time to I didn't have anything specifically pending, but so I decided to work a little bit more on Our Favorite Elf, and this is what I've gotten done. So I decided to do, I did his beard, and finished it, the white of the beard, and I did his face. And then I just started doing more details. There's some white that goes right here at the end of his sleeves, between his sleeves and his glove. But I did the gloves here. And then there's white in his boots down here below his red coat. But I'm trying to work on all the little details so that the red of his coat I can just, fill in, and I don't have to worry about leaving a gap for the buttons and the other things. So here there's like a wreath that he's holding, and so that's the next thing I want to work on is the wreath. But he has the little ribbon or whatever that he's holding the sheep with. There's one little gold stitch on the end here that I want to make sure I didn't forget to put that in there. But yeah, so all of this, there's his sleeves and his little coat, and then at the bottom there's I was trying to see if I could figure out if I could do the white down here and then his boots and get all that done. But I would have had to start basically in the middle here and then work my way this way and then work my way back. And I just decided I'll just wait until I get the rest of his coat. So I may not get to that, but anyway, that's Our Favorite Elf. It's coming along, and it'll probably take me a while to do that big red coat that he's wearing. So I don't think I'll necessarily finish it this month, but it'd be fun if I did. It'd be, another finish. But in the meantime, like I said, I just have his wreath to do here, and then and those little cuffs on his sleeves there with white, and then the rest of it is just his red coat to fill in. Excuse me, Snug. So like I said, that just the white on the cuffs there and the wreath, and then that big coat, and then at the end, the white trim and the boots at the bottom. So yeah, it's like I said, sorry, there's a drill there, or a vacuum or something where the guy's working. But anyway, so yeah, so I got a lot of the elf done the last couple days. So I was just watching TV and I was kind of bored. Let me find a good place to put this. Okay, so my other finish was, I talked about last week. I was almost done with the Black Cat season chart. So I had like I said, the green behind these letters, the other paw, and all the little pinky details, and then these little individual lines of this color. But I was almost done. So I went ahead and I was able to finish that. Yeah, so that's see a black cat, pick it up, all the day you'll have good luck. So I finished, I did those lines. I did finish his paws. I did the background of this color, and I did the pink and white details there, his little pinky nose. This one doesn't have any whiskers on this cat, but he does have the little slit of his eye, and he's sleeping. And then I went ahead and did the border down on the bottom here. So this is ready for number 6. And I was actually thinking about starting it, but I worked on Our Favorite Elf instead. But yeah, so this whole bell pull larger project just has the one chart to do on that, and it'll be done. So that is my second finish this month. Yeah, second finish this month. So yeah, and the chart that goes on the bottom, of course, again is the Black Cat season chart. And this, I don't know if I was looking at it going, yeah, it's pretty easy. There's just the individual like stars and things, whatever. But at the same time, they're kind of, there's a lot of, you have to make sure the counting is right or whatever. I want to put them in the right place. But yeah, so if I'm doing basically a left-hand start, a left corner start. I'm looking at the wrong corner. But anyway, so yeah, but the corners, are empty and would have, yeah, I guess this one here, yeah. This is basically where I would start. And these are, a little bit, they're not too far from the edge of the pattern, the edge of the chart. But it would, there's still a little bit of counting, and I want to get right. And that's why, like I said, why I put this little border here, because this is the like these are right up against the edge of the design, right? This H, for instance. No, actually, the B. This is the edge of the chart. The H is like in one. So right here, where I put this black line here this is the edge of the chart, the outside line of the chart. And so this little backstitch guideline is 1 square off. So I know that if something is up against the actual edge of the chart, then it's going to be 1 space from this stitched line here, right? And so I can count from here, and like, it'll be 1 stitch down from this border design. So that gives me a place to count from, and a guideline of where it would go. So it's, I've given myself some little clues to use to count those, that starting point on this chart, to count off of. because like this is the border is right up against, this is the edge of the chart, this purple stitch, for instance. Yeah, the top one. So they're not exactly lined up. They're like, this one's out here and these are in here. So this one is the edge of the chart. So that helps me, you know, place them because I have that little backstitched line. Sorry about the noise. But so like I said, I finished number 5, the one that was on my WIPGO board. So that's that. It's number 5 on the chart, number 20 on the WIPGO board. Yeah. So that's done. And I finished that, I guess, Monday. And I did the little border, or maybe I finished it on Sunday and I did the border Monday, something like that. Because I came this close to starting that number 6 chart, and I might still, depending on what I get to. But so today I am going to be dyeing fabric and to start Dust of Snow. This is a Lindy Stitches design that came out at Jingle Ball. So I'll be starting that. And again, the text says, "The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I rued." And I don't know why that just struck me so specifically to do this chart, but I just really loved it. You know, like it's not a Christmas chart like a lot of the Jingle Ball stuff might have, you know, kind of was. Some of it was, some of it wasn't, but it's definitely like a winter chart, right? The dust of snow. And the colors are very interesting. And so, like I said, that this blue background fabric, I wanted to do something similar to that to start it. So I'm going to be dyeing fabric for that, and I am going to be using this 28 count monochrome. It's my sweet spot. It's kind of my preferred fabric, and I have a lot of basically white 28 count monochrome. So that was what I finally went through all my fabric stash and showed it. Sorry about the noise. That's all the actual stitching I have. Like I said, I have that finish, and I'm going to be dyeing fabric today to work on Dust of Snow. And let me get this out of the way here. So I have a little bit of haul to share. Let me move this here. Sorry. So I did buy some things to finish the Owl Trio chart with. You know, I've been hesitant to sort of buy any finishing items, because I have, you know, a whole bunch of finishing things. I have a big piece of mat board, you know, that I could cut down to back something with or whatever. And I have all kinds of like pieces, you know, to finishing pieces, I guess, to, you know, attach something if I want to do it like a flat finish kind of thing or whatever. So I have all kinds of stuff, right? All kinds of finishing supplies. And so I didn't want to have to, you know, I didn't want to rebuy stuff, but I do want to go ahead and finish the Owl Trio chart. So, excuse the rustling a little bit here. I didn't want to take all the stuff out of this plastic bag that I have it in, because I didn't want it to all go astray, whatever. But so I found this at Walmart. So it's a, you know, and it says here, for decor purposes only. So it's not intended to be like, you know, for food or whatever. So, and, you know, I don't know if this needs sanding so much as I do want to like sort of go over, because I can feel like there's a little bit of, like a dust or whatever, like it's been sanded and so it has a little bit of kind of dust on it. So I do want to, I think, just take and, wipe it down so that there's nothing on there. But, so I don't know if I'm going to leave it neutral. I don't think I am. I think I'm going to paint it. So to that end, I bought some other things. I bought, first of all, I bought this little pack of, they're basically canvases, right? But they're thin boards. So I bought one of these to finish it on because I didn't want to have to like cut a piece of poster board or mat board or anything like that. I didn't want to have to cut anything. So this is 5x7, which is supposedly, oops, this is upside down. Supposedly what the Owl Trio is. It's on the kit. It says it's 5x7. It's finished size. So I'm assuming it'll fit on one of these, on this little canvas thing. And, these are intended for painting, but because they're the right size, I wanted to use them. And with this little board, this will go very nicely on here. So it would fit really nicely to finish it on here. So that was my plan. And also then I got some other things here. Sorry about the rustling. So I did buy just this basic, acrylic paint. The color on it says spring green. So we'll see what that looks like. I kind of think that's the color that I want to go with. Do I have it? Yeah, I have it here. Puck. Here's Puck. The ornery one. And there's Snug. I didn't realize they were both here. So I wanted to go ahead and use this spring green. There was a green listed there. I mean, there in the little rack, there was a space for a green called Parakeet, which I thought might be, more closer to this green here. But I went ahead and got this spring green. So because I thought about going like black or blue or something like that, but I thought, well, this has a black border on it. And so this green ought to contrast with that black very nicely. And so if the black is, like this, sorry, and the green is, behind it, whatever, that'll make a nice bright contrast. But I also bought this rickrack. So I might use that as, instead or as well or whatever. I don't know. But then I just got some little brushes for the paint. Keep your nose out of it, please, Puck. So anyway, that's my, my finishing idea. And that may evolve as, as I work on that, as the circumstances. Actually, let me see if this fits on here, actually. It looks to me a little bigger, but maybe not. No, yeah, it fits just right on those little canvas board things. So yeah. Anyway, so I bought that to work on it. And my younger sister was saying, well, I've got all this, the aliens glue and things like that. So because I had kind of taken to lacing things, even when I was doing a flat finish. Sorry. Lacing things because you can kind of adjust it a little bit better especially when something has a very straight edge like that, better than you can do like with glue. But because this is Puck, don't do that, please. Puck. But I think I can probably adjust it so that I can mount it, pretty easily on the square. I mean, on the rectangle of those little canvas boards. Excuse me. Sorry. So let me put this away for now. Hold on one second. So the other thing I had, the other little bit of haul I had, was this little kit. It's called Sea Life, and it has white Aida, and like I said, I have an aversion to stitching on white. But anyway, so it has all the threads and everything, and so since I'm gonna dye fabric, I'll probably work on just go ahead and dye this, because I think I could use a blue here too, because even though like this down here, these are the fish, and this swordfish here, there's some blue and everything that might be hard to see if the fabric is blue. They're all backstitched around them. All these sea creatures are backstitched, and so I think that even if the fabric is blue, even if it kind of matches the colors of the thread or whatever, with the backstitching, they'll stand out well enough. But I just like this little kit. I was at Joann's getting some DMC threads, because that pink thread that I talked about, that was for the Black Cat season chart, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know if it's in one of the charts that I have in storage or whatever, but I couldn't find it. So I just buy it. It's just DMC thread. But while I was buying it, this jumped in my cart. So, and it was just, it's like I said, it's just a little, nothing kit, basically, just a pretty easy little kit thing. But I found it kind of charming, and I liked it. It's the little sea creatures, and this little guy's smile here, So it's kind of fun. There's a little starfish, there's some fishies, there's a little turtle, there's a lobster, and so it's just a lot of fun. It just looks cute. So, and I have the 25 and 25 starts, and so I have 25 starts on my WIPGO chart. But I was like, well, do I want to do that instead of the chart? Some of the starts that I have, or I want to do it. Do I want to do it in addition to the starts that I have? So I won't have 25. I might have 26 or 27. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But there's, like I said, there's no such thing as the cross stitch police. So if I want to do 26 starts in 25, I'll do that. So Puck wants me to hold him. I don't know if you can hear him purring, but he's purring. Hi. You're going to be nicer this week than you were last week? So there he is. I'm not going to try to turn him around to face the camera because then he will be ornery and probably, cuff me or whatever. But he's wanting to be held this time, so I'll take it. So I think that, there he goes. You just show your butt to the camera. But so I think that's probably, stop. That's probably all I have for now. Please don't. So, I'm afraid he's going to jump up here and clobber the tripod or whatever that I'm working with. Anyway, so that is all I have for this week. And like I said, hopefully I'll get the fabric dyeing done today and get my other new started. And we'll see from there. So I think that's it. And thanks for watching. And oh, I wanted to mention, I've been forgetting to mention this, and I had been meaning to mention it. My sister Eve designed a temperature chart that's on our Etsy shop. And it is an under the sea, I think she's calling it under the sea temperature chart. And so it is, and the reason I thought of it now was because of this, I just had it in my hand, this this sea life chart. So she, there is a lobster and a turtle that are, I guess, kind of extras. Because when she designed it, she thought, she realized, oh, I didn't put a turtle and a lobster in there. I wanted to put them in. So there's like some octopuses and there's seahorses and things like that. I think there's a jellyfish or two. And so the little temperature animals, if you will, are fish. And so, you can, choose whatever your temperature range is and all that. And so you stitch the fish according to the temperature of the day or whatever. So, so she did like ocean wave kind of things across the top and then seaweed along the sides. And then you just put, there's, fish for each month, schools of fish, if you will. And so you just, do each one. So today's only the 18th, so it wouldn't take too much to catch up and do those fish. But it's on our Etsy shop, and it's called Under the Sea Temperature Chart, and so that's there. Go ahead and take a look at it and purchase that if you wish, and it'll be fun. You can go along. She's working on that, and if you've been watching our Sticks and Strings update, she's been talking about that a little bit. And one of our viewers, Vicky, who's one of our childhood friends from high school and from school, she's working on that too. So so yeah, take a look at that and go ahead and purchase that if you're interested. And like I said, today's only the 18th, so wouldn't take too much to get caught up and work on that. So and I will link the Etsy shop below in the box, the information box below this video. So I think, like I said, I think that's all I have this week, and yeah. So I will see you next Saturday. He doesn't want to be held most of the time, and then when I'm busy, he wants to be held all the time. So we will see you next week. And until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Say hi. You kissy. Kissy? No, you don't like to. Okay. All right, thanks. Bye.